Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters. I'm Layole Oyatogun. A big thank you to all our fans for keeping our social media platforms alive, from Facebook to Instagram, Twitter, Google Plus, at Property First Show. You'll all agree with me that home is where the heart lies. Today on Property First, we'll be giving you good reasons to insure your home. Majority of homeowners in Nigeria have a lukewarm attitude to property insurance, with most of them thinking home insurance is a money-wasting avenue. Study reveals that the lower the level of income, educational qualification, and level of exposure, the less likely they are to insure their homes. Home insurance covers losses and damages to a property and sometimes assets in that property. For instance, if you're on vacation and an asset such as a diamond ring is stolen, you may be entitled to reimbursements. Doesn't that sound nice? An expert in the insurance field is on ground to give you good reasons why you should insure that property of yours against unforeseen incidents. Stay tuned.
My name is Imo Imo. I'm the head of strategy and business development at Linkage Assurance PLC. Well, house insurance is a type of property insurance which covers the insured against losses as a result of fire and theft. And fire and theft, and it also includes storms, like what recently happened in Lagos, where we had a lot of people, their houses were flooded. If they have house insurance, they could have been compensated or indemnified to the tune of their exposure, what they suffered during the flooding. So house insurance does not only cover theft, fire, outbreak, but what in insurance, when we talk about fire outbreak, it includes also storms, thunderstorms, flooding, and so this is the cover that house insurance provides. And sometimes in in other parts of the world, in other climates, people it's a taboo, or it's an offense to occupy a building without house insurance. And we have been trying to, Nigeria, insurance penetration is so poor in Nigeria that people do not yet recognize the importance of house insurance. We also have, for instance, when thieves or robbers break into people's house and scatter away their things, whether they are there or they are not in the house, the house insurance policy will cover them for the loss they have suffered. Do you get me? Yeah. You can also have a rider in house insurance which we call loss of rent. Assuming people, because of the flooding or outbreak of fire, you have to leave your present accommodation, and if you have loss of rent which comes as a rider, as an add-on to house insurance, then you could, for the period, insurance company will pay you for the period that you have an alternative place that you reside onto your house, or your accommodation is put back to the condition it was before the loss. So that's what house insurance is all about. And we have two types of house insurance. This could be house owners insurance, which is the owners who have the house, their fittings and fixtures and contents. You can also have what we call householders. In other words, you are not the owner of the house. The landlord owns the house, and you insure against their contents. You have to give an inventory of what is in your house. That's householders insurance. Homeowners should insure their homes. If there's any time that we should insure our homes, it is this period of recession and this period that inflation in Nigeria. Now, homeowners insurance, when you build a house, let's say you built your house a couple of years ago with 20 million naira, I'm just using that as a figure, you will agree with me that that property has actually done what? It has appreciated in the market. Now you need to insure that property in case you might say that you will take due measures, appropriate measures, safety measures to protect your house from going on fire. But what of your neighbor? When I was in Ogudu GRA, my neighbor's generator exploded and the fire from his house entered into our house. And my landlord had an insurance cover, a fire and house insurance cover. I will not mention the insurance, it's one of a competitor. But I was living at the back house too. And he was screaming and crying, but the husband just reminded that we have insurance, so we have insurance. But apart from the trauma that yes, the house insurance owners now will be indemnified for the loss, whether because the fire emanated from your neighbor and entered into your own house. So you tell me that you have your gas cylinder outside, you've taken due diligence to ensure that fire outbreak will not occur. But what about the people, the third party? The third party may not be as careful as you are. So that's the reason why you should have house insurance. And also, house insurance is not just for fire, it's also theft. Robbers, burglars can actually break into your house and take a lot of things that you have acquired over the years. So there's a part of house insurance which they always cover in house insurance. You have a wristwatch, you have your Rolex watch, you have the things that people don't know, that your paintings that you've collected could also be insured under house insurance. Your artifacts and paintings, these are the things that you can insure under content. And your wares, some of those things you may not have the opportunity to collect them again or get them because you've gotten them when you had the means. But because of changes in the economy, you might not be able to replace them immediately. So these are the advantages of taking a homeowner insurance or homeholder insurance. Not just the homeowner, but homeholder as well. Because if here now you rented an apartment, you're supposed to, when God forbid something happens there, the landlord said you should put back his house in order. So if you have an insurance cover and you pay your premium on time, as at when due, insurance will be there to put you back in the place where you were prior to the loss. You should insure your home at any time. You don't have January or December. When you realize, and it all depends on your risk appetite. If you are a risk-averse person, if you are the person who knows, if you are a paranoid person like me who thinks that anything can happen anytime, you should take an insurance cover. And I thank the Lagos state government because they're beginning to make homeowners or every house to have an insurance cover. And also the National Insurance Commission have been so much campaigning for people to have at least this basic motor and your home insurance are so important for us. And you know that when you buy a ticket to enter in an aeroplane to fly from one point to the other, there's an insurance element in that ticket. So why shouldn't you have an insurance element for where you stay and you dwell every time? Between May and June, we had a media campaign where we were on the radio and we talked so much about our retail products. And one of those products, like I said earlier, was estate policy, our linkage estate policy, which we talked about the importance of house insurance and the importance of having your house insured or holding a policy. I take, for instance, during my early years in insurance, and I took a house policy because I need to practice what I preach. And precisely it was in 1999, and during that day we played Nigeria, Junior World Cup in Nigeria, and robbers entered into my house and they beat me up, and they beat me and my wife, and they took a lot of things from us. And I reported to my insurance company, and all the spot assessment of what happened, of who the event was done, and I was indemnified for the losses, for the loss I suffered. And that's one of those benefits of house insurance. Like I said earlier, the National Insurance Commission, which is the regulator of insurance, have always been there to support the operators in the market. They have a number of initiatives that have actually made it easier for insurance companies to operate, and also to protect you, the policy holders, so that the insurance company will not take undue advantage of the policy holders. So the government is quite doing a lot, and there are a couple of initiatives that the government have brought out to ensure. As a matter of fact, it's often said that the development of insurance in Nigeria is more regulatory driven than market driven. In other words, the regulators have done quite a lot of measures to see that insurance is growing. We're supposed to not, with 180 million people in Nigeria, our insurance penetration is supposed to be higher, but that's not the case in South Africa, as with South Africa and Kenya. My advice I'm giving people is that they should go out and buy insurance. No matter, you can insure anything. You can discuss your insurance, how much you want to pay for your cover. The last incident that happened, the flooding, is a wake-up call, both for motor insurance, comprehensive, and for house insurance, homeowners insurance.
Now is the perfect time to plan your Christmas vacations and get the best deals with wakanow.com. Travel to Miami, Zanzibar, Dubai, and other international destinations with Wakanow and get an international travel sim absolutely free. Use our Wakanow Pay Small scheme to lock down the best deals with 25% deposit and then spread the balance payment conveniently before your travel date. Call us on 0700 925 2669 or log on to www.wakanow.com to start your booking.
Wakanow, let's go.
On the Property Showcase segment today, we'll be featuring Victoria Crest Estate off Orchid Road, Lekki, Lagos. You honestly don't want to miss this. We have Dikbo Awesu who'll be taking us around this property. Come along. Hello, Dikbo. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good to see you. Very well, thank you. So take me around this beautiful property. I'm already in love with it.
Wow, really?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Come in.
Oh, nice. I really like this.
Really?
Yes. So tell me about this property.
Yeah, this is a terrace duplex. They are all 4 bedroom each.
Oh, 4, okay.
Yeah, you have this is the parlor.
Okay.
And
I like the chandelier. Nice.
yeah. Now this is the guest room.
Okay.
You have a guest.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the kitchen.
You know, we women love kitchens.
Yeah, I know that.
I love the cabinets, by the way. Really lovely.
Okay, we have a kitchen. We have a store over here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the store.
Quite big for a store.
Okay. Now we have a backyard over here.
Oh, you have the backyard.
Yeah, and it's fenced also.
Oh, so you have your own place.
Yeah, your private place.
Nice. And very area. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we have next?
We have rooms upstairs.
Okay, so let me see that.
Okay. Not forgetting, sorry, we have a toilet.
A guest toilet.
Guest
That's
toilet,
a guest
yeah,
toilet.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, come along.
Okay.
Now, here we are. We have another parlor over here.
Okay, another living room upstairs.
Yeah, another
okay.
living room.
Okay, where's the master bedroom?
Hold on, we'll
Okay.
get there. This is one of the bedrooms.
Okay.
There's a wardrobe.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Okay.
Bathroom and
Bathroom
toilet.
and toilet, yeah,
Okay.
in here.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. Then let's go to the next room.
Okay. So how many rooms do you have upstairs?
We have 3 rooms upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the second room right here. Same
Thing with the one on the left.
The one, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Does it have its own separate? Is it en suite?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the master's bedroom.
Ooh.
Right there.
I hope it's as massive as I want it
Very
to be.
deep. Very deep. Yeah, this is the master's
Not bad. I
bedroom.
like this. I really like this.
This is the wardrobe.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Now
Not bad.
over here we have the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yep. You have 2 choices. You use this.
The bathtub?
Or the shower.
Okay. I like the fact that the bathroom is really big. In fact, aside from the fact that I like big bedrooms, I like big bathrooms too.
Wow. Okay.
And now this is a part of this house I love the most. The balcony. Oh my gosh. I love it.
You have a good view.
I know.
Look at it.
I know. The view is breathtaking. If you want to be a nosy person and know what's happening in your neighbor's house, this is the best spot you can stand. Oh, nice. Very nice. So if you're tired of staying in the house and you just want fresh
come
air,
and relax.
yes, love it. Totally love it. Nice. It's a beautiful place. 4 rooms, 2 living rooms, nice kitchen, a backyard, and this lovely balcony. So how much is this property going for?
Well, the asking price is 38 million.
Wow, 38 million.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about the security? You know, a lot of people are bothered about if
yeah.
I want to buy a house, I'll be concerned about the security, I'll be concerned about light, power.
Yeah, we have power here.
Okay.
We have security.
Okay.
And we have our own water here too.
Okay, fantastic. So security is top notch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I like it. I mean, property in Nigeria they've taken it a notch high. I really like it. It's nicely arranged. Everyone has their parking lot, a parking space.
As you can see.
Yes, it has been nicely demarcated, you know.
You can conveniently park in 2 cars.
I know.
And also you have a lot of parking space around in between.
Fantastic. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Thank you for taking out time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
All right, really love this Dickwell.
Okay.
And I hope that people get to buy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have people coming.
How many apartments do you have altogether in this space?
Close to 150.
In this place?
Not here.
It's
It's
okay.
quite wide. you know.
Oh, fantastic.
We have several gates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have the first gate,
Okay.
the second, the third,
Oh,
the fourth.
fantastic. Yeah. Private, nice,
Yeah.
clean, well built, great security, great lights. Fantastic. Great home for you guys
Next
if you
door.
want this space. Absolutely beautiful. 4 rooms, 2 living rooms, 1 kitchen, and a beautiful balcony. Security is fantastic. Power is great, and it's going for 38 million asking price. I'm sure it's negotiable. It has been an absolutely wonderful time here at Victoria Crest Estate off Orchid Road, Lekki, Lagos. Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure.
You have a beautiful place here,
Thank you.
and I hope you sell out.
Yeah.
All right then. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
And that's all on the property showcase segment. Do you want this kind of exposure for your beautiful property on the property showcase segment? Then call the number 090-2023-02919 or 081-8653-3938. Or you can follow us on all our social media handles, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Google Plus at Property First Show. We're going to break right now. When we come back, we'll give you all the scoop in the real estate industry. We'll be right back.
Stakeholders to examine investors' confidence in the real estate industry. Town planners call for strategies to combat flooding in the country. Investors in the real estate sector worry over promises without action on housing policies. The Governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, has said that Lagos requires 1 million units yearly to bridge its housing deficits. Stakeholders see future in real estate markets, decry high cost of housing. And that's all we have on happenings in the real estate sector for today. Up next now is the Property Pop segment where Chinwe Ajene Sagna and Ewalt's host will be dissecting issues on housing deficit in the country. Stay tuned.
I guess really feedback from the sessions that we've had so far has a lot to do with what is the background regarding the housing deficit. We know that we've heard stories about 17 million homes. There's a huge deficit in Nigeria, and a number of the challenges were discussed. Some of them has to do with, yes, financing is an issue, the cost of development and funding, the fact that, and there's a major competition with the T-bills also. I don't know if you have other insights with that, because I think some of the challenges exist across all the sectors, I would say.
I would definitely agree. I think if you look at it from a trends perspective, and I think that affordability and quality are definitely two key pillars to this. I mean, if you look at the commercial space, then I think that there's a global awareness and more higher sophistication amongst tenants to require higher grade and higher quality buildings that are more efficient, that tailor more to their needs and international standards, but are both affordable. And I think that if you look at the Nigerian context, not just Nigeria, but you see the same correlation in the East Africa as well, where I think there's still a very large gap between the built environment and the demand, where there isn't an oversupply of grade P or grade A buildings available at an affordable rate that matches the current economic climate.
Yeah.
I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, I mean, I think that's definitely the case. I mean, the fact is just the cost.
Yeah.
It costs so much to do development. We've heard everything from 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, 1,500, all the way to $2,000 per square meters to develop. And sometimes the challenges between that and then the cost of land, how can you make that work? If you're trying to propose an affordable housing solution at 5 million to 20 million, it becomes difficult. And I imagine that also evolves into the office space. It's really a cost issue.
Yeah, I think one of the things you cannot go around, which has been discussed this morning as well, which is around the growing demand from a housing perspective versus the supply that's coming to market. And I think you see the same correlation between the commercial space, be that in retail, be that in office space, is that driving demand that's coming to market through massive population growth, through the economy slowly servicing again and becoming more positive, that I think some of the challenges that we're looking for to unlock today at this summit is to talk about how to prepare ourselves for when that really starts to hit market.
Yeah.
And do we have the right stock available? Are we building in the right areas? Is it affordable? Is the financial equity that sits behind it sound and sovereign? And that's some of the things that I will look to today to discover.
Yeah, and actually I found today quite refreshing in terms of solutions being proposed. A number of times we talk about the problems, and I think people can rehearse the problems, but it's nice that finally there's some solutions being thought out.
Absolutely.
Either from the warehouse funding from NRMC, the warehouse funding institution or warehouse funding organization that is being formed with Sonia Yeri, and then the interest rate solutions with pension fund. I thought that was quite interesting as a solution. It will be interesting to see how that evolves over time and the impact it will have with mortgage banks being able to solve their short-term and their long-term financing requirements. Now it becomes interest rate. How are we going to solve that problem? So it's refreshing to see some thoughts around solutions.
Absolutely, and just to conclude on that as well, I think that Tom Mundy's presentation as head of research at GLL, showing the direct correlation between, let's say, developing countries like Russia and the strong comparison between those two economies and the Nigerian economy or Kenyan economy for that matter, where you can really see that a shift in mindset in terms of, you know, setting up REITs and financing in infrastructure and larger projects that will help build an economy and a robust economy both on the real estate space and being quite a diverse and a safe bet for the long term as well.
Yes, It's definitely all about long-term solutions. Yes, short-term, the competition is with T-bills, but how sustainable is that over the long term?
Absolutely.
And real estate and building that type of asset class would definitely help the economy as a whole in the long term.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's all on the show today. Hope you've had a great time. Thank you for staying with us, and join us same time, same station for your weekly guide in the real estate market. For advert placements and inquiries, call the number 09020230279 or 08186533938. Don't forget to continue the conversation on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, at Property First Show. I'm Laile Oyatogun. Bye-bye.